Guys, I want to talk a little bit about the Mandela effect. Now, I just watched the individual's video on YouTube and about the Mandela effect, his perspective. And he mentioned how, he would try to explain the Mandela effect, to various people, some, random people on the streets, and point out certain, Mandela effects, and their reactions, would all be the same. Even if, like, say he encountered, one individual and he brought up the subject, he brought up the subject of the Mandela effect. And he said, like, they would have an expression, a facial expression of shock, and the eyebrows would go up. And, then if he went to another individual, the same exact reaction. Now, he feels like, like he mentioned, he said he feels like they're demons. And, but see, my thing is, now he thinks that's directly related to the Mandela effect. But see, I noticed this when my gang stalking first started, the spiritual warfare, well, when it intensified back in '03, I noticed this. This is way before, the Mandela effect even, was out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I noticed this. Like when I first started getting the facial expressions, like when it first started, the gang stalking, that's the thing that stuck out to me the most. It was the people had the expression of disgust. Like when they would see me, they would turn their nose up, their lips up, or they would look like shocked, or they would be, they would all have the same facial expression, like everywhere I went. And like when it first happened, when it first started to happen, I say like within the first year, obviously, it came out of nowhere, so I was thrown off. I felt like it was me, and I felt like it was something wrong with me. So, but like a year later, because I stayed in the house like for a year, I didn't even come out. I had so much anxiety, you know what I'm saying? But I got over that, you know what I'm saying? So what I did was I started realizing, like, hold on, this is impossible. Like, everybody that you come into contact with can't have the same facial expression. Like when they see you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew it was something deeper. It was nothing that I was doing. It was like, and not only that, like every time I would get upset, or like if they would give me that dirty look and then I reacted in a negative way, like it hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying? Or I got angry, they would smirk, they would laugh, like they accomplished something. So the interesting thing is, he's saying that this guy, that was talking about the Mandela effect, he's witnessing the same thing. And he's saying they're demons. And I agree 100%. But it's not the Mandela effect. Now, they're demons. See what's going on is, in my opinion, there's something like, okay, for instance, in my case, I spoke about this in another video too. These demonic entities, I believe, can see our biofields, and what we call our auras. They could probably see, something even, greater than that, in our energetic field, in our energy fields, more complex, that we can't see with the naked eye. You know what I'm saying? We can see with our third eye, our spiritual eye, but with our, our two eyes, you know what I'm saying? It's not apparent. So I believe that, like, at some point in my life, I had a spike in my energetic field. My vibrational frequency had risen to a certain point. And what that did was that alerted, these demonic, these demons And you have demons in the spiritual realm, and you have demons, here in the physical realm, in human form. See, what they depict in the movies pertaining to demons, they always show these creatures, they're always creatures, but like in some movies like Supernatural, well, it's not a movie, it's a TV series, but they were actually, the demons were actually in human form, and that's true. That's what I know. You know what I'm saying? And you have demons in the spiritual realm that saw my vibrational frequency rise to a certain point, and what they did was they gave these footworker demons, here on the earth, the cue to go ahead and start to harass me. Because what they do, this is what I believe. I believe, they operate on the hive mind. Okay, you can even look this up on YouTube. Just type in hive mind, and soulless beings. You get all the information you need. But they operate on the hive mind, and that's another reason why they, all these demons out here, these people that have the same facial expression, they give you that same facial expression because they operate on a hive mind. They share the same mind. That's why, it's another aspect to the all-seeing eye. They can see all these demons out here, they can see through each other's eyes. That's what I believe. And not only that, I believe they can see through our eyes as well. I've had, I discussed this with a TI over the phone several times, and it got really deep, and we connected a lot of dots, pertaining to this. So, but the thing is, once they saw that, this is what I believe. Okay, they are all these demons that are, here on the earth right now in human form. As far as gang stalking goes, they're just waiting on the cue, from the spiritual realm. They're just waiting for a certain individual to get to a certain vibrational frequency, a certain awareness, a certain amount of enlightenment. And then once they get the cue, everybody turns on you. And it can be your family, it can be your friends, it can be your co-workers, it can be anybody. Okay? So this is very deep. You know what I'm saying? It's not even really complex. Like, to me, it's not complex. To some people, I may be, kind of throwing y'all off. But like I said, do your research and always follow your intuition. And what's your intuition telling you when it comes to gang stalking? Spiritual warfare. When you decide to go to a certain, a destination, say you want to go to the store, and all of a sudden you get the mob, people start mobbing you, and everybody's acting, their behavior is very abnormal. You have to think, how would they know you were going there? Where were you going? How did they know that? That's the telepathy, them able to read our minds. And not only that, why would it be, if, say for instance, you go into a store and everybody in that store, and I mean everybody in there, treats you the same way, gives you the same facial expression, is rude to you, aggressive, hostile, gives you the cold shoulder. How is it that everybody operates, everybody displays the same behavior towards you? How could that be? You can't, there's no way you could say, okay, well, the government has paid everybody, all the individuals in the store are paid by the government. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody's gossiping about you, in your town or whatever, and then nobody likes you or whatever. I mean, it gets ridiculous. I don't even want to get into all that because it's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. You go into a store and everybody has the same, attitude towards you, a negative attitude towards you. All these people aren't getting paid off. That doesn't even make sense. Use your common sense. Stop listening to these, fake targeted individuals on the internet, man, that are mocking you. They're mocking you, talking about energy waves, directed energy waves and all that, and all this outrageous stuff. Now, if somebody feels like they're going through that, I apologize. If I, you know, I don't mean to, make light of your situation, or what you may be going through. But, I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. I've been going through this, for over, 13, 14 years. And I haven't gone through that. You know what I'm saying? So you have these individuals on the internet, that they're demons, man. And they get a kick out of seeing, people confused, people that are trying to connect the dots and trying to figure out what's going on in their lives, So basically, just what really helps me, what has really helped me on my journey, this is what I'm supposed to do, and this is raise my vibration. And when I say raise my vibration, I'm not talking about no new age, light team type stuff. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the true nature, of who we are, and when I say raising my vibration, I'm talking about simply it's just being happy. That's it. Just being happy. For me, it goes deeper than that as far as raising your vibration. There's certain mantras, there's certain breathing techniques, meditation, methods that you can do in order to raise your vibration, to a very high state. But I'm saying it's as simple as, just doing what makes you happy, fulfilling your heart's desire. What helps me is going out in nature, interacting with animals, watching, positive, uplifting videos, so just imagining a better world, These are the simple things for me that help me to raise my vibration, and it's literally changing my environment, like for the better. And I'm not saying it's changing these people around me, because the majority of these people around me are demons, but they're afraid. They know their time is up. This whole Mandela effect thing that's going on, phenomenon, that is nothing to fear. We're living in the age of revelations and the apocalypse, the unveiling. Everything is coming to the surface. The light is shining on the dark. Okay? And that's why I call myself a light worker. Because that's what I do. I shine the light on the darkness. So I bring the truth to the light. I pull it up out of the darkness and I bring it to the light. And there's nothing to fear. And I have to emphasize that. I emphasize that, in all of my videos, do not fear. No matter what. My spirit guides really, really convey that message to me, day in and day out. Don't focus on the anchors. Don't focus on these demons. Don't fear anything. They live in fear. Okay? Because they know their time is up. So, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, but, yeah, you guys, like I said, man, if you really want to see a change and you really want this, to stop, the gang stalking, let me put it like this. This is my personal opinion, just, I don't want to say, if you wanted to stop. Let me put it like this, because I don't want to lead anybody astray, this is what works for me. I know that it's demons around me. I see them every day. You know what I'm saying? But I don't focus on them. They focus on me more than I focus on them. And you know why? It's because they need me and I don't need them. Okay? So don't focus on the anchors. Don't focus on the negative, attitudes towards you, anything, because they need your energy. They're energy vampires. So just focus on yourself, on the good. Focus on the ones that truly love you. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. It's coming at the 15-minute mark, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, Blue Jay 1. Love you guys.